Well, welcome back, everyone. We have had a few breaks, and we still got one more break coming up. Of course, we're going to be taking the holiday weekend off of Memorial Day weekend. So, 3-day weekends for all those working folks out there. Enjoy that break, because then June gets here, and then we're only a month away from when the summer heat gets here for us that live in the Southwest. And boy, does it get hot. We're already up to the 90s last week, and it was terrible the way we had to swim in the pool all day, drink frosty drinks by the pool. It's just a terrible existence. I hope no one has to suffer it ever, unless you want to suffer it. Then that's fine. So we're going to go a little ways back, because we've been having to miss a couple sessions. So I want to get everyone up to date, because we are officially at the halfway point. We're on session 28 today. And while the team has conquered the upper levels, collected their rewards on their bets with the Yawning Portal, and took some time to shop the city and basically be rewarded for handing over Skullport to one of the most powerful crime syndicates in the underworld, Xanathar and his henchmen. And we had a little downtime in between those 2 points, where the team got to make some purchases and gather up some additional information, which led to a discovery that possibly Wintrude's sister may be on a familiar path that the team is currently on. We also learned a great deal about the 2 remaining students of Blackcloak that reside down deep in the arcane portions of the Undermountain, as we're getting closer and closer to the tomb of Halaster Blackcloak. The team came across an arcane gate that, once solved, brought them into a very unique place of existence. Once here, they begin to realize that they were in the laboratory containment of Winks, the wizard Winks, who is one of the 7, and discovered a great deal about what he was working on, as well as finally figured out what the culmination of all the different roles that those involved with Halaster Blackcloak means from a standpoint of what maybe Halaster was trying to attain. But now we're in the beginnings of the older parts of the Undermountain, the original portions. While the upper tiers were designed to keep people out through either subterfuge or protection, we're now in the clandestine area of the arcane Undermountain, where the Great Tomb is possibly being protected. And here the team managed to find 2 things of rather terrifying results. One, it just so happens that they needed a way out of this place that they found themselves trapped in. 2, Wintrude found a very interesting deck of cards and pulled a card. Although Gelmir has not been told specifically yet that Wintrude has a deck of many things, the team is relatively aware of this. Wintrude managed to, I believe, cast a spell of plane shift, allowing the team to focus on a particular area of the Undermountain that she had garnered enough information on. And then the team found themselves falling through space, not really sure knowing about time. All of you feel the hard paver stones under your feet yet again. Around you, a haze. A very strange fog-like haze that makes it almost impossible to see. You can get the feeling that you're somewhere, but you're not entirely sure where that somewhere is. What would you guys like to do?
Well, we're all still together, so at least there's that. Everyone's here, right?
Oh boy, we're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does the corpse that you drag around with you count, or are we? That would make 6, right? Right, 6.
I'm dead ribbons.
Oh, that's true. Oh, and we got closer to 8. We have your real ribbon.
Yeah, don't forget my pets. I got all pets.
Sorry.
I look around, basically listening, looking, even smelling the air.
Give me a perception check as you begin to look around, realizing that you can hear each other's voices, see the silhouettes of each other, but you can't quite make out much more than that. But give me a perception check.
16.
16. It's hazy. It's strangely humid, and that's when you can now see 10 feet below you a series of stone stairs. And you begin to look right and left as the illumination of a hazy blue light is beginning to come into view. There you can see Alexander to your right, Tyr to your right. Right, slightly off to your left, Gelmir and Wintrude in your own form, staring down a 30-foot wide section of stair, but you can only see about 10 feet in front of you. But you can hear a very heavy breathing.
We should be quiet.
What?
Someone else. There is someone else here.
It's something else, that's for sure.
Should I shoot it? I'm gonna shoot it.
What?
The blue light.
Oh, the blue light. I thought the blue light was all around us.
Well, yeah, I'll just shoot and see if I hit something.
Has that worked out in the past for you?
Yeah.
Arrows out into the. Just pick a direction.
Yeah. I'm gonna just fire a shot out into the nothingness.
Yeah, just give me a normal attack roll.
26.
Yeah,
Of course.
you guys hear like you hear like a metallic like ricochet sound,
I did it.
and there's like a spark off in the distance, and
There's
you
a
just
wall
hear this
that
like
way.
this like rumble, like this rumbling kind of breath, just this. Who's there, I wonder? And then, like, right in front of you, about 10 feet down and out, this vaporous, like, haze just kind of expands. And this massive dragon head is just floating there with its strange kind of, its eyes don't make any sense. They're both focused, but almost like they might be blind at the same time. It's the five of you standing there realize you barely fill up like the space that its head contains. And you can see like the vaporous kind of like rolling around where its neck disappears back into the background. And its huge head just hovers. I wonder if they've come back finally to release the master. No, this doesn't smell right at all. I smell gnome. I smell demon. I smell sweaty instrument rock star. I might eat that one first. And I smell goblin, but there's something else here that smells like it's already dead. Who are you? Why are you here?
Now, if I could be honest, I tend to wear.
Its whole head kind of like shifts and moves and kind of like falls down to like come up to near where Wintrud's talking, its huge eye taking up most of your visual perspective as it just kind of stares at you.
Well, I tend to wear like a deodorant that gnomes also wear, but I technically I'm a halfling.
I don't care. You're under 3 feet tall. You'll be what I fucking want you to be.
There's also a drake and a little gorilla as well.
I don't know what a little gorilla is.
Well, I mean, it's like a gorilla, but it's like smaller.
There's an actual moment that the dragon's head is so confused by this conversation. Like it's like moving between like Alex, Deer, and down towards Wintrud and Shogo. And it's like perhaps the master did send someone to pass the test. Getting into the lower levels won't be easy.
Well, would you happen to have some suggestions, or what kind of test?
You hear the ground shake around you. You can see the frontal portion of this ancient black dragon kind of dip out of the shadow, and the room begins to get a little bit brighter, and the creature just goes, me. I need everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Oh. Okay.
We're gonna fight the dragon. The dragon. Do I get advantage on initiative? No, I don't. How come I never get?
I get advantage on everything because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die.
Couldn't have rolled a lower initiative.
What'd you get?
I got a natural 1 for a total of 5.
Welcome back, Gilbert.
I got a 6 if it makes you feel anything.
No, facing imminent death, that does not make me feel any better at all. Thank you very much.
Hang on a sec. Let me put this initiative in.
Put your initiative. Oh, look at that. Everybody's already on top. Oh, Alex, what'd you get? You're mute. You're still mute.
I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah.
He just presented he presented this great
Poor
battle
Alex is
plan
like,
and
oh,
nobody
why
knows
isn't
what it
anyone
is.
laughing at my joke?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, dude, these jokes are really hitting bad. I was like, maybe they're just not, the delivery is off. Is what it's not a solid delivery. I was making a joke. The last joke I made, I'm gonna re-say it because it was pretty bad. But I was trying to Witcher, are you gonna take the test? Is there a written portion? I was like trying to play off the test thing. It was a bad joke for sure. So I wasn't surprised that nobody spoke about it. I was like,
oh my god, that was great.
I got
Nobody
a 10.
can hear my funnies. What's wrong?
But we all did pretty bad.
Yeah. What'd you get, Alex?
10.
Oh, put it in your name tag for me when you get a chance. Are you guys telling me the bard is going first?
That's good.
Yeah, the one that works speed first.
This is part of our plan to have the bard fairy fire it.
And I'm assuming, Wintrud, do you have a higher dex than Shogo?
My dex is 19.
Okay.
My dex is 9.
I'm the only one on team brackets. That's fine. You guys can be team parentheses.
No, Shogo doesn't even go for any sort of
I am unbound.
situation.
All right, Tyr, you are up with the dragon on deck, and you just hear its voice bellow out. Show me why they chose you. Its huge head leers back. Its wings begin to... as it immediately begins to hover in place.
I'm up first, you said?
Yep, you're up with the dragon on deck.
Alright. Why don't you shut the fuck up? I cast Hold Monster at 4th level. Or
Nice.
is that the 4th? Oh, it's the 5th level, sorry. I guess that's what...
What's the save on that?
18.
Con, Dex, Wiz.
Wisdom, sorry.
No, that's fine. That is 16 plus 4 would be a dirty 20. Does that save?
That saves.
No! I don't want to shut up! I want to eat you.
Wait.
And as a reaction, he's going to try to take a bite at you.
Wait, can I cutting words that?
Oh, that's a reaction, right? Cutting words?
Yeah.
So that would have to happen outside of your normal turn. So that'd be like outside of your normal turn that you'd be reacting to something happening to you.
Okay.
If that makes sense. That's a 5 plus 10, 15.
Misses.
Yeah, you guys watch as the head lunges towards Tyr as he makes that remark.
So sorry.
And the Tyr shifts out of the way as the whole head just finds open air. And as he's retracting his head, you see acid dripping from its lower jaw.
Oh no. Not acid.
That was your action, Tyr. You still have your bonus action and your move.
All right, for my bonus action, what do I got on my bonus action? Is there anywhere we can move around? Like, this is the whole.
This appears to be everything that you can currently see. To your right, you can see 4 trapdoors. You can see a workbench. You could see a series of statues with crystalline structures coming out of them. It's almost like wherever you guys once were, you've been teleported to this point based on Wintrude's previous understanding of a possible location to get to. The trapdoors look functional to your right. You can even see a set of stairs that lead up to them. Directly at your feet is a set of stairs that lead down into the chamber.
Okay. Can I run up to the next to the trapdoor? How far away is that? Is there anywhere I can, like, to the right? 30.
30? So 30 would probably get you right about there.
Would I be? Yeah, so I'm not able to break line of sight.
You possibly could have. Well, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Probably the only location that's like to really be able to hide be either behind the statue or like going in this direction.
All right, I'm going to run out to the right as far as I can. I just want to break it up so he doesn't.
All right, I'll put you right there.
Attack us all at once.
All right, that'll finish your turn. The dragon's turn is up. As the dragon begins to fly, I am the wind. I am the air that you breathe and that sits underneath your feet. I find the smell of the world above to be devoid of life. And then he just kind of moves and shifts at the base of the stairs. And he sets down on the ground. You watch as he claws up the stairs and his head rears back in kind of like an angry sneer. The wind. The wind. Its mouth opens and he goes to chomp down at you, Alexander. That is going to be a 27 to hit.
Jeez, I'm full, bro.
That hits.
Now, Tyr, if I had rolled a natural 20, that would have been a good example of you using your reaction to cutting words or to silvery barbs and stuff like that. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I just know if they use an ability check, so I just.
No,
I'm gonna use my reaction to use Warcaster, and then I think if it says I can use a spell that has a casting time of. Oh no, never mind. That's not an opportunity attack. Never mind. Okay, so I just take the hit. How much damage? Do we still have the temp health? I think we have temp health, right? Or
I believe. Yeah.
You should.
Duty, how much?
Gilbert's like, really? How much?
No, 15.
15.
Yeah, I think it's 15.
All right.
That's going to be 21 points of piercing damage to Alexander.
Lot of-
And as the huge head bites down, like you can feel your armor and bones bend. Some of the teeth get through some of the edges that the armor doesn't kind of like hold on to. And then he kind of pulls his head back and he just looks from Alexander to the others. This is not what I was expecting. There's a huge paw, its huge claw comes up and rakes across the top of the stairwell. I need everybody, with the exception of Tyr, to give me dex saves, please.
I have dexterous. I roll a 10.
Oh my God. I rolled a 0.
I got a 28.
Okay, Wintrude.
I'm trying to evasion.
You get evasion on deck saves, right?
Look, I thought I had a thing of like advantage or something. Blah, blah, blah.
Gelmir, I'll
Yes.
keep him distracted. Go for the gems.
Got it. Little gorilla. Start stealing gems.
That's a 19.
19 will succeed. So,
Just
Shogo and Alexander take 12 points of slashing damage as the claw just rakes through the top of the stairs. You can see stones and flagons and bits of like debris kind of like fly up into the air. That'll finish the dragon's turn. Alexander, you are up with Wintrude on deck.
Just out of curiosity, where's Mika?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Just remembered that.
Working on my Mika situation.
So, oh, you know what? I like this one better. Just for shiggles.
For shiggles.
Oops. I hate it when the screen does this to me.
Alright, I am going to cast Armor of the Agathes? Armor of
Agatha?
Agathes.
No, that's a reaction, isn't it?
No, it's
You
action.
have to get hit to no.
Oh,
No,
it's an action to cast it on
when
you.
you get
so-
hit, they take damage.
That's right. Yeah.
Casting that,
Okay.
and that should give me 25 temp hit points. And okay. And then as a bonus action, I am going to Hex Curse this guy. Meow. So for 1 minute.
I forgot to add your guys' extra. Oh my god, I have to do it, don't I? He's gonna make me do it. Hold on.
My monkey.
Yep. Monkey.
Your monkey's gonna die. Gummer, your monkey's gonna die. I'm sorry, but it's a sacrifice for the greater good.
Alexander, dive in front of him. Take the hits.
The monkey's so small, though. It's not even a gorilla. I did want to break it to you now, but I'm just letting you know it's not a gorilla. So
It's just a very small gorilla.
we could get you a gorilla later, but it's not a gorilla.
What kind of idiots did they send this time?
And
Like the
then-
dragon, there's like a little nosebleed coming out of the dragon's nose.
And then can I, without taking area of opportunity, can I rotate around him effectively, or how does
Yeah,
this
because
work?
he's technically not in base with you because he has a 10-foot reach.
So get me as far as my 30 feet will get me to be behind him.
Okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That'll get you. Do you want to finish in base with him?
He has probably a 10-foot reach anyways, right?
Yeah, but technically attacks of opportunity is still base. I mean, yeah, well, either way, it's going to be hard to avoid him.
Yeah, with
fair.
my thinking, I have a 10-foot attack of opportunity, but that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So
you cast Agatha on you,
Yeah,
and then you
hex
move up behind him,
and I hex him.
and then you hex him. Okay. Good to know.
What does Hex do?
It's just like a specific thing for me where I am able to get plus on my damage rolls, and if I score a critical hit, heal. Yeah, and then I think I can like teleport to him too, anytime.
Gotcha. All right, Wintrude, you are up with
That's
Shogo
crazy.
on deck.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast on myself. Where did it go? Spider climb,
Okay.
and then I am going to run to the right and start using my movement speed to go up the wall.
Gotcha.
Everybody run!
First off, my move. So I cast spell, move. What do I have in bonus action land? Let me just remind myself.
How far are you moving along the wall?
Just my movement, which is 25 feet.
Okay.
Everyone run!
Everyone run. I'm gonna go ahead and blah blah blah. Spot hidden. No. I should be able to have sneak attack without needing to do anything special, right? Because I have people in base.
Yes,
With
technically
my-
with Alexander in base, you've got an ally in base.
If possible, depending on what the ceiling looks like, I could take a bonus action to hide.
Go for it.
If you think that's a thing that I can give a...
I mean, I kind of want to cast darkness and make this whole place black.
Go for it. I rolled a 17.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That'll finish your turn unless you want to... Oh, that's right. You already took your...
That's it.
Yep, you took your
I did all
action.
my things with the stuff.
All right, Shogo, you and... What's the name of your friend? Your...
Mika.
Mika. You and Mika are up with Gelmir on deck.
I sort of use my body to kind of block Mika out of sight. I yell out, "Mika, get behind me!" And basically I order Mika to disengage to, I guess, we can't really see what's back there. Just kind of get Mika to a safer location.
Well, there's nothing behind you.
Oh, okay, in that
It's
case, Mika
sheer
just...
stone directly behind you as you're on top of a series of like a small dais that's maybe about 20 feet wide with all the stairs leading down into this vaulted chamber. The only way out that you can see so far are the 4 doors off to the right.
In that case, Mika just kind of hides and looks as small as possible
Okay.
to avoid notice. For my action, I guess technically doing that command is my bonus action. For my action, I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch at 4th level.
Nice.
So, underneath my bandages, things writhe and roil, and out of the areas around my hands and face, this outpouring of green, black, and turquoise worms just starts streaming and spilling out. I kind of stagger towards the dragon and feebly kind of grasp at it, the worms biting into it. So I'll make an attack roll.
Go for it. Why do I have a feeling that Gelmir is going to have the monkey ride the Drake? He's totally going to do it, isn't he?
20 to hit.
20 will just barely hit.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna use Gribbitz's reaction to add a D6 lightning to it.
Okay.
D6. That was rolled, so D6. 10 necrotic damage, 3 lightning damage.
Okay. So as the tendrils of worms spill out and the vampiric touch touches into the creature, you get the feeling that it took the full brunt of the necrotic damage, and it just kind of rears back from the pain of the feeling that necrotic sensation. And It so far, and it doesn't appear to be immune or resistant to lightning. You watch as the electrical energy kind of arcs up its wing and towards its like upper part of its body. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just stay right up against the dragon.
Okay.
Kind of foolishly, actually, but
At the end of your turn, it is going to use 4 legendary action to disengage and come over to the 4 doors.
do I get an opportunity attack?
Unfortunately, no, because it disengaged.
Oh, okay.
Legendary action.
What's that?
Oh, you said it was one of its legendary actions.
Yeah, it expended 4 legendary actions to disengage, and as it settles in like a flight motion over the 4 doors, there are winds that come from all 4 corners. These winds guard these entrances. Try, you might. Die, you will. And then its wings begin to just move in a massive, rapid succession. I need everyone to make strength saves, please.
Strength saves.
You get advantage, Wintrude, because you are using a magical ability to stay on the walls. Your web or your spider climb.
Hang on a second. Let me add
16.
16?
8.
8? Oof.
10.
Oof.
5.
Oof. Where are these saves coming from?
And 9 for Nika.
Yeah, you got to roll for a little gorilla and
Oh, Grimmets is in the air. Does
Grimmets.
it still need?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
I got an 18.
Okay. 18 was the DC.
Yeah, Talesman, Pact of the Talesman, dude. That extra, those luck rolls you get with those is sweet.
It's a 15 for Grimmets. And what's the Lilrilla's modifier here?
Hold on a sec. Let me go to my shortcut.
It's a 10 on the die.
Didn't
so
I
probably
post
not
it in
good.
Discord already?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a good question.
I thought I
A
did.
while
one.
back, yeah.
Yeah, let me. Mad Mage. Pretty sure I posted it.
Strength is +2 for the chimpanzee.
Thank you, sir.
So 15 for Grimmets, 12 for Lilrilla.
All right. So when this happens, Alexander, you are knocked back 10 feet
Okay.
and then knocked prone.
That's great.
Tyr, you are knocked back 10 feet. Why is that? There we go. And then knocked prone. Shogo, you and everybody else up on the base of the steps are knocked back up against the wall as this huge gust of wind fills up the entire chamber. Everybody takes 8 points of force damage from the wind. And all of you up at the top of the stairs are knocked prone as well.
Those of us, so I saved, so I don't take any damage.
You take half of 8
Wait.
points of force damage, but you are not knocked prone.
Because I have that beyond cunning action. I have evasion, where it's like even if I'm supposed to take half damage, I think.
If you have that as a reaction, I think that's for dex saves, though, isn't it?
When you are subjected, oh yeah, you're correct.
That's for dex saves. This was a strength save because the force of the wind was designed to push you back, knock you prone, and then take damage from the force of the wind. This wasn't the only reason you had advantage is because you had spider climb in effect that gave you that little bit of extra resistance to the force.
Got it. Yeah. I hear you.
All right. That'll
Okay, so
finish-
4 points damage.
Yeah, that'll finish his legendary action response. Gelmir, you are up, and then we'll be at the top of the second round.
All right. Well, considering the fact that Lilrilla now only has 3 health left, I'm just like, Glorilla, run down that hallway and hide. Get out of here. Run. You know,
Glorilla's not going to tank for us?
no, not today.
You're missing the chance for us to get a zombie chimpanzee.
Right?
And then, so can I say like one bonus action is to command both of them?
Yeah, I'm okay with that because
Okay.
the complexity of your training with little gorilla isn't really that advanced. He only responds to like very simple commands from you.
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to get him off the battlefield at this point.
There's no real place for him to go, so we'll say he's just kind of like climbing up and into some crevices to try to stay hidden.
All right, and then credits, take to the skies and don't die. And I'll have him go like kind of in the middle of the battlefield so that he can use his reaction to. I want him to try and be within 60 feet of as many allies as possible.
Okay, I'll put him over the bone pile.
All right, and then I'm gonna shoot this dragon.
Are you getting up at all? Or are you shooting from prone?
I'll get up.
Okay.
That's a 17 in the first attack.
You watch as it plinks off the scaly hide of the dragon.
The second attack is a 27.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And then I'm going to mark him as a favored foe as well. So I get 1d2d6 plus 5. 13 damage.
Nice. You watch as you manage to see a gap in its armor as it like kind of shifts. Even though that first shot bounced off, the second shot goes in between and he just sinks deep into the flesh of the dragon. He yells and just brings his head down to look directly towards you.
Then I want to like head towards the bottom of the stairs so I'm not clumped up with anybody if possible. So maybe like I got 20 feet left, so maybe bottom left.
Okay. I'll put you right here by this column.
Yeah. And then I'll just look at him and be like, I am Gelmir, Master of Dragons, Tamer of Bright Eyes. You will submit to me.
This one's got a voice. I can't
Tamer
wait
of
to
Bright
eat
Eyes.
this one.
Because I'm wearing black dragon scales, right?
Yeah,
that's
he
the color
is.
that I like.
That'll take us back to the top of the second round. Tyr, you are up
All right.
with the dragon on deck.
I'm getting up.
I just
Okay,
wanted to
have
point
your
out.
movement to get up.
I just wanted to point out that I don't know if you want this to affect, because of the order of things. So if I took 4 points damage, I failed my concentration roll on spider climb,
Oh.
which means that I do have a ring of featherfall or whatever it is. So like
That'll allow you to safely land on the ground. I'm okay with that.
I just want to let you know that depending on what you do with your dragon, I'm not clinging to the wall anymore.
Okay, good to
That
know. Thank
party's
you.
over.
I'm going to cast slow on the dragon.
Ooh, is there a
Wisdom.
save for that?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom? That is 2 natural ones. He's going to burn a legendary resistance to resist that spell.
What the
He's
hell does
probably
that mean?
It's probably got 2 more of those.
So you feel your spell go out, and you watch as he begins to go, "Ugh, no! And then he just kind of like roars with anger, and then you feel the spell fade. Ugh, fucking bards. Always the bards.
All right. I'm going to run up behind that pillar to the right if I can reach it.
15 feet will get you right behind. Well, get you right to here by it. So you can either be here, here, or here.
I'll go there, just where you just were, up against the wall.
This one?
On the corner, on the edge, closest to the party.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do? Still have your bonus action?
I'm gonna give bardic inspiration. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna save it.
That'll finish your turn. The dragon's turn is up. The four corners swept north, east, west, and south. These winds gained entry to the lower depths of the halls of his tomb. Pick one. The other three are a trap. One you could never come out of again. Got to get by me first. He watches its head rears back, its mouth opens, and down towards where Alexander and Wintrude are, this acid cone of just green acidity kind of sprays across the ground. Alex and Wintrude, go ahead and give me deck saves, please.
So I have to make a deck save?
Yeah. Disadvantage because you're prone.
Great.
Deck save. And let me add my. Hang on. Son of a bitch. 17.
17 will just save.
Dude, and that. So can I just be straight up here?
As opposed to not being straight up?
I keep using. This is the second time right now I've used Pact of the Talesman.
Yeah.
And I've rolled a 1 on that D4 twice. And this is the second time you said that just saves.
Yeah.
It's
The
just,
last one was a
ridiculous.
DC 18. This
That
one's
little
DC
one.
17.
All right, I roll a 12 with disadvantage, and I want to do Hellish Rebuke as
Okay. So for you,
if I can,
Wintrude,
while I'm prone. I don't know if I can. But
because you saved, you'll take half of 31 points of acid damage.
Wait, Winter, do you have evasion?
Well, so yeah, I have evasion, so I don't take any damage.
You take no damage. You take 31 points of acid damage, Alexander, and then you watch as your armor absorbs the energy of the acid strike, and then this like necrotic purple energy lashes back up at the dragon, like just slamming into its frontal chest area. How much damage does he take?
Yeah, that is. Hold on. Yeah, there's two. There's two. So it's one is the armor of Agathis, which
Does he get a
was that.
save?
Did that count as a melee attack or no?
No, that's actually a ranged breath attack.
Okay, so then it's just Hellish Rebuke, which is
Okay.
fire damage, Dex 17 save.
Nice. That is a 3 plus 5 is an 8. That's gonna fail.
3d10 damage.
Go
I can roll
for
it. I'll roll it.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, 2 8s and a 3, so 19.
19 points.
Nice, sir.
Damage. The flames circling back into the dragon, wrapping up around the kind of like purple energy, bouncing back off Alexander. The flames coil around its neck and its head, and as the flames fade, you can see smoke and points of damage and flecks of the scales. The dragon looks down at Alexander, over towards Wintrude. That's not very nice. And as a bonus action, it is going to tail swipe the entire 10-foot radius of the chamber. Give me Dex with advantage, Tyr. And everybody else is out of range. So yeah, Tyr, give me Dex with advantage because you are hidden somewhat behind the lower portion of the platform.
26.
26 will save. You guys watch as the massive tail. You watch as rocks begin to kind of fall onto the ground. That'll finish the dragon's turn. That brings us to Alexander. You are up with Wintrude on deck.
All right. I would like to get up.
Okay.
I also realized, I don't know why, but I think I sold my second weapon, my offhand weapon. So I have a dagger, or I could use my versatile property for my attacks. But just realizing now that was a bad decision.
Is that because you had another weapon you hadn't equipped yet, or?
I don't know what I might have just forgotten that I was two weapon fighting, and maybe that was part of it. I was like, why do I have this extra weapon? Get out of here!
Awesome.
Okay.
It's bad, but it's kind of awesome you notice it.
I'm like, wait, what do I do with my 2-weapon fight? Oh, I can use a dagger. That doesn't seem right. Oh, I had my rapier, and I think I sold it. Okay, so with all my gold, I could have probably bought a better one. Okay, anyways, is that an action to stand up?
No, it's just half your movement.
Half my movement. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Can I get with the rest of my movement within 5 feet of him?
Yeah, what's your
15?
total movement?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, so that'll get you right there, and he's within about 5 feet of you.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I think so. Right? I think it's his head. Okay, I'm gonna attack twice with my longsword. You're gonna die.
It's just this huge head looking down at you.
The first one's a 22.
That'll hit.
And that is 15 points of damage.
Nice.
I'll add 1 lightning damage to that.
Okay.
And the second one is 15.
Second hit is 15.
Yeah.
You feel your blade spark off the scales of the dragon while your first attack dug deeply into the grooves of the scales, finding meat and bone. As you pull out a kind of like visceral trail of blood spraying out, the creature roars. It just kind of shakes off the pain.
All right. That's it.
I'll finish your turn. Wintrude, you are up with Shogu on deck.
I'm gonna go back up the stairs to the right corner there, and then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Go for it.
Let's guide this bolt. It's a 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And he's currently lit up like a Christmas tree.
That's 21 points of radiant damage.
Oh, that's brutal. Okay.
So just, and then, as a bonus action, I'd like to bravely hide.
I'd like to bravely hide behind little gorilla. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Like, sure, there is no place to hide, so no.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
That's a 15.
15? Okay. At the end of your turn, getting the creature's attention, it's going to expend 2 legendary action to look over at you. You watch as 4 darkened kind of like arrows hover around the dragon and immediately come towards you, striking you.
Wait, does this dragon have magic missile arrows?
It's going to be 9 points of force damage from the magic missile attack.
Okay.
Is that a spell or an ability?
What's your intelligence, Kelmir?
Not good. 12?
Yeah, you're not really sure. It's either or. This is either something that has learned innate spellcasting as a dragon, or it might be using something else. You're not entirely sure. Shogo, you are up with
So I can
Kelmir
use
on
my
deck.
reaction to have the damage, right? That uncanny dodge.
Yeah, go for it.
So half a 9. I don't know, is that
Okay.
like, what do you want it to be, half of 9?
4.
I think that-
Or, okay, since I can't 4.5 it.
Correct.
Thank you, Jason.
No, that's fine. It's always lowest down.
Got it. Thanks, man.
Ah, it hurt! Shogo,
fair!
you are. Is it Shogo or Shogu? Did we ever decide on that?
Shogo.
Okay, it is Shogo. Shogo, you are up with Gelmir on deck.
All right, I'm going to stand up, and I'm
Okay.
going to use my action to sprint towards it. So that would be 30 feet of
45,
movement.
actually, if you want to use any movement. There's half your movement to get up, which leaves you 15 feet. And if you use your action to dash, that's another 30. So that's 45 feet if you want to.
Gotcha. So I'm going to run up to the dragon. Preferably, I can't exactly tell the distance, but I prefer to not be exactly right next to Alexander.
Right, you want to be spread out a bit?
Yeah.
So 15 feet here, then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 30 will either get you here or here.
I think I'll go towards the middle of the room then.
Okay. Get you right there.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon at,
Nice.
say, let's go with 4th level.
Okay.
So you've, with this wet sucking sound, this blob of flies and worms, like giant flies and worms, plops onto the ground.
Ew.
The sphere of insects, like these iridescent blades erupt from the sphere of insects, and with a buzzing noise, the sphere slams and attempts to slam into the dragon for a 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
And let's see, spiritual weapon at 4th level. 10 force damage.
Nice.
Nice,
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
Okay. You guys watch as Shogo comes down the stairs and moves directly over by the dragon, bringing this ball of spherical insect infestation into existence. And it immediately just kind of enwraps around the dragon and slamming into it. The dragon just like roars with its head back and its eyes being bitten by these insects. Its wings try to flap and get rid of this strange construct around it. That'll finish Shogo's turn. Gelmir, you are up, and they'll be at the top of the 3rd round.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay, it is now marked.
So he's now my favorite enemy, and he's Hunter's marked.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot him. That's a miss.
That's right, you're down here.
And it's a 23 hit.
23 does hit. Roll for damage.
All right.
Wait, for the guiding bolt, is that only for you, for Wintrude? How does that work?
Yeah, sorry. On the I forgot that part. On the next attack made against the target,
Next melee strike.
before the end of my turn has advantage. It says any attack.
Okay, so Shogu, go ahead and give me an attack. Give me one more roll, just in case you get a natural 20.
Okay.
Forgot. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
That was not a natural 20.
Okay, so that's good. It's no longer lit up like a Christmas tree. Go ahead, Gelmir.
So that's going to be 6, 4, 4, plus 5, 19 damage for that
Nice.
attack.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to look at him and be like, I've only been half paying attention to what you said so far, but from what I gather, your domain is farts and vomit. Like, that's real rough, bud. You got a short end of the fucking stick.
The dragon's head just looks down at you, just annoyed. But for the first time, its eyes go wide as he recognizes your armor that you're wearing. And he just kind of this deep-throated chuckle. It's like a turtle wearing extra shells. And you watch as this greenish beam comes out of its eyes to strike at you. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
23.
23 will save.
I got a plus 8.
Do you have evasion?
No.
Okay, you'll take half of 26 points of necrotic damage when the deathly like stare slams into you.
Okay.
That'll use the last of its legendary action. Take us to the top of the third round. Tyr, you are up with Alexander on deck.
All right, I have a question. If I was on the back of the dragon, would I get advantage on an attack?
I mean, you'll have to pass a few skill checks to get up there, but
No, I don't. I would. Could I misty step onto him, onto his back?
Yeah, you just have to hold your balance. But because you'd technically be flanking him because the others are in base, you'd have advantage on your melee attacks. Yeah.
I guess. Well, so if I'm flanking him now, would I already have advantage?
Technically, you'd already have advantage without being on his back.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. Let me look and see my. I'm going to use my bonus action to bardic inspiration myself.
Okay.
I'm going to booming blade the dragon.
Is that a save or a hit?
It's a attack.
Go for it.
So I get advantage with that now.
Yep.
All right. Nat 20, baby.
Oh, snap.
With the sword of fairy fire.
Nice.
With the sword of fairy fire.
I'm gonna add lightning to that too. Do I double the lightning or is that just?
Do yeah. Any dice roll damage against the dragon with that nat 20 is automatically ×2 or roll twice the dice.
All right. So because it was booming blade, how do I do this? Are we doubling the booming blade also?
Anything that's a dice roll is doubled.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So.
It's always the easiest way to remember with critical hits.
All right. So for my first one, it'll be. There's 24 damage from the sword.
Oof.
There's gonna be, so it's 2d8 now for booming blade. 26 for the booming blade.
Okay.
I think that's it. And then there's the fairy fire stuff.
What's the save for that?
So are we basing it off of my spell casting?
Sure.
It's dexterity, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay. I rolled a 3 + 5 is an 8, so that's going to fail. He's currently lit up like a Christmas tree.
Light
Gelmir,
him
what'd
up.
you get for the lightning damage?
6.
Okay. So you guys watch as Tyr takes the advantage of it being distracted by both Alexander and Shogu, steps up and strikes it with his blade. Strikes it in such a way that there's an explosion of radiant colors that enrapture the creature and slices deep into the scales and meat and bone of the creature. It rears back in complete pain. Its head and neck kind of like moving around, wondering where that came from. And then its head settles down in the direction where it can see Tyr. Tyr, it is going to expend all of its legendary actions for this round to automatically use its breath weapon. I need you to give me a dex save, please.
Oh, I thought I did already. Does it refresh every round? 20.
No.
Ghelfi.
So he can either use all of his legendary actions to automatically recharge it, or he has to roll a 5 or 6 to recharge it. What'd you get?
20.
That'll save. Take half of 36 points of acid damage. So you'll take only 18 points of acid damage.
All right.
That'll finish your turn. The dragon's turn is up. The
So it's
eternal flame flickers in the dark, but be mindful of the dark.
Well, you're pretty bright to be talking about dark.
You guys watch as the entire room begins to pulse even darker. You watch as the last bit of light, the exception of this great flame flickering in the background. Dragon is going to take it's going to finally get into some melee. It's going to go after... It's going to go after Alexander. He did some pretty decent damage.
But not Winter. That's the bottom.
Come after me.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
a bite.
I clank my sword against my chest.
There's a bite and 2 claws coming at you.
Perfect.
The bite is a 26.
That hits.
Claws are a 14 and a 21.
Okay, also, every time he hits me with a melee attack, he takes 25 damage. Wait, hold on.
No, I think it's you can use your effect as a reaction, and I think it's only the one reaction you take.
I think Armor of Agathis, yeah, or Hellish Rebuke. Are we talking about Armor of Agathis or?
Armor of Agathis. Oh no, it's when I have it's while I have the temporary hit points.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I've lost my temporary hit points already.
Correct.
But yeah, it would be. Well, I guess it would just be one hit.
Does the 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. So the bite is going to be 18 points of piercing. Keep rolling shitty on damage, and that's going to be 12 points of slashing from the claw.
Did you say 2 claws?
Yeah, but one of the claws I think missed. I only rolled a 14.
Right.
With that, the darkness subsides slightly after he attacks. I need everybody to make Constitution saves, please.
Taking a lot of hits, actually.
20.
20, that'll save.
12.
12 will fail.
12 as well.
That'll fail.
10, but I'm gonna use my Bardic Inspiration.
Go for it.
Gribbet's got a 13.
That'll fail.
20. Filthy 20.
That'll succeed. Wintrude, what'd you get?
I got a 7.
So everyone who rolled a 18 or higher saved. 17 or under take 11 points of cold damage.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Sure.
Uncanny dodge the error.
I think that's
itself.
only if it's a dex save, right?
No, it's just any damage.
Is it any?
When an attacker can see you hits with an attack, you can use reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Oh God, that's one of those wordings that always drives me crazy. Because it's more of a innate effect of controlling the darkness, and the darkness caused the cold.
If it's an attack, wouldn't that mean that?
I'd have to roll to hit, and it didn't roll it, so it's not an attack. I feel like it's an innate effect that the creature has. So, consensus thoughts?
Can I do absorb elements on that?
Absorb elements would work for that, yeah, because that's an effect.
Yeah, I
What do you
don't
think,
know.
Woodford?
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, well, let me see. You look at the wording.
Well, I guess technically,
Yeah,
because
because
he
it's not
invokes
technically an attack, right? You didn't roll an attack.
yeah.
Yeah,
You just
when
made the air
hit
chill.
you with an attack.
Okay. Got
It
it.
wouldn't really make much sense to dodge the temperature of the air itself. So.
I mean, do you really know?
What do you mean? She just throw a blanket over herself
That's fair.
as a reaction.
My quilt says otherwise.
Bitch!
Anyways, noted. Damage noted. Thank you. I just wanted to see.
All right, no worries. I always like to check with the table because it makes sense.
Okay,
All right,
now I need a
so-
blanket. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Well, I gotta roll concentration, right, for Hunter's Mark?
Correct.
19.
All right, you are good. That'll finish the dragon's turn. Alexander, you are up with Wintrude on deck.
Can I use a bonus action to do a potion? Is it an
Yeah,
action?
no, it's bonus action to take a potion. It's an action for you to pour it in someone else's mouth.
Okay. I'm going to do a supreme heal.
Go for it.
Also, you got advantage for a fire.
Okay.
That's right. He's still lit up like a Christmas tree.
All right,
And
that's gonna be
Dark
40
Weapon did not
Points
recharge.
of healing. All right. Take one away from this. And then I am going to so many different things I want to do, but I definitely want to attack. Okay, if I cast like the magical darkness that comes with my spell, what does that effect do to him? Does he have like disadvantage on attacks?
Give me a history check to see if you can recall what dragons are capable of.
Okay. I don't want to use an action for this, but
No, you could. It's passive. I'm okay with that.
7.
I mean, you know they're magical creatures, so you're not sure how effective the darkness would be, and you also notice that it's using darkness to its advantage.
Right, but I was thinking magical darkness is different. Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna attack a choice with the longsword.
Go for it.
All right. First one is a 19.
19 just misses. You feel the blade spark and bounce off the scaly hide.
Second one is a 27.
27 will hit. Roll for damage.
14.
14. Nice. Man, you guys are digging into this thing. Tyr, that was a wicked laugh. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
That's my turn.
All right. It is fairy fire. Did you roll both those attacks with advantage?
Oh, no, I did not.
So re-roll the first one with 1 extra dice. See if you hit.
Okay, a 31.
So the 31 will hit on the first attack.
God
And then on
damn.
the second attack, roll another extra dice just to see if you get a critical.
No.
Okay, roll for damage on the first one.
10 damage.
All right. Man, it's almost like you guys know how to fight with each other and fucking kill shit. The room's gotten darker to the point where you can see Alexander wade into the creature and sparks of his weapon are kind of flecking off as he keeps digging deep into the neck and like upper chest area of the dragon. Blood spraying in different directions. But there's this gradual rising of a darkness. So what was once just at the surface of the vault is now at like the knee height of the vault. Like it's gradually rising up with each passing moment.
What is that that's rising?
The darkness.
Oh, gotcha.
So that will finish Alexander's turn. Wintrude, you are up with Shogo on deck.
I'm going to take out my crossbow.
Okay.
Try to... should get sneak attack if I hit, right? Because somebody's in base with it.
Yep. So you have advantage on your hit,
An
and
advantage.
if you hit, you would get sneak attack. Or you get sneak attack damage.
I got a 21 and a 21.
Both hit.
Okay, because I only get 1 attack per action though. So or round.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
I don't get
so
both.
you had
I was-
advantage.
Um, so the bow itself, or the arrow itself, is 8 damage, and then I can't remember how to calculate my sneak attack. How much it is? How many 1d6s I get at level 10?
It should be in your character sheet.
Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't say specifically. Let me go to the.
Is it under your?
So yeah, in features and traits, like I see the sneak attack description. Oh, it's 4d6. Okay,
There you go.
I'm just going to be a little slow today.
It's Sunday. We all get to be.
Sorry,
slow
man.
today.
You know. Oops. Well, there's one roll. For how do you add 2, 3, 4, and 12? So 16, and then 16 added. So 8 and 16. 24 total
Okay.
damage
Nice.
with the sneak attack. Yeah. Which is all piercing.
All right.
And then I'd like to bonus hide.
Give me a stealth check.
Can I get a decent stealth check?
Well, you can certainly try.
No, I got a 13.
A 13.
Oh, bitch.
It used all of its legendary actions on Tyr. However, it is going to use its reaction for necrotic embrace I need you to make a Constitution save, please, when true.
The 20.
20, that will succeed. So you only take half of the half damage that you just delivered to it.
So 12.
Yep.
Half of the half. Oh, half of the half?
Yeah, because you
So
saved.
6.
Yep. You feel this necrotic pulse of energy
Ah!
rebound off the creature and kind of slam into you.
Maggots, necrotic, grossness. Whoa.
Shogo, you are up with Gelmir on deck.
I sort of stagger up the stairs, still grasping at the dragon blindly, so I'll roll to attack.
Okay.
Let's see. Uh, 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
And as I do that, the insect sphere sort of regroups and then slams into the dragon again. So I'll roll for that. 26 and 27. All right. So.
And those were with advantage because of fairy fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. And for damage, they're at level 4, so that's 17 force damage and 19 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So total of 35, and let's see.
17 and 19, that's 36.
36. Okay. And basically bits of flesh are being stripped off of the dragon. The insects feast, and I regain 10 hit points.
Okay.
Well, 9 hit points.
All right.
I show up for everybody, in the fun, but like whatever Zachary comes up with, spiritual hammer I've ever heard of, the corpse that follows Shogo, this that he's doing now.
At first, I thought he said a spear of incest, and I was like, "Wow, that is an interesting more reason for that."
That does psychic damage, not force damage.
I am mentally harmed.
So good, like just the most. I'm so in the best way grossed out. That's so funny.
Gelmir's mouth is just watering.
I know, right?
That smells delicious.
All right, Shogu, that finishes your turn.
I'm going to move right, like up the stairs to the point where I'm right under the thing.
Okay. Well, that brings you directly like underneath. You're like right in base with it.
Yep.
Okay. It just rears back in pain, and you just feel its hate pouring off of its form.
Spit on it.
I mean, my insects probably like have their saliva all over it, so I think that qualifies.
That finishes Shogo's turn.
Gelman,
Gelman,
like bonus action spiritual hammer. Did you do that, or did I miss that?
He did.
oh yeah, that's his.
Sorry.
That's his insect swarm.
That's it. Okay, got it.
Incest.
Sorry.
His insect swarm.
Yeah.
All right.
Just an incredible character. Nice.
You
how
know,
many
given that
characters are within 10 feet of it?
You want to get within 10 feet of it?
No, like how many of my allies are within 10 feet of it?
I would say Alexander, Tyr, and Shogo are definitely within 10 feet of it.
Would there be like a spot on it that I could shoot where they wouldn't be within 10 feet of it? Or any of them wouldn't?
I think if you were to shift over to this area, you could catch the backside of it.
I just don't want to hit all you guys with lightning damage.
I mean, Shogo's like in physical base with it.
Yeah, there's no way to avoid him.
Okay.
sorry
All
about
right. Oh no, it's good.
Unless you shoot the tail. So that
Then I would hit you. Okay, I'm just gonna go right underneath it.
Okay.
Like up the stairs, right underneath it.
Okay, right alongside Shogo.
Like under the base. Like I'm small, so I can go.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just gonna look up and shoot.
Hey, Brian.
Can you make it like a slide, like you're sliding underneath?
That'd be sweet.
So if I did this, would it just affect myself and Shogo for the 10 foot?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I like that.
All right, so I'm gonna, if this hits, I'm gonna make it a lightning arrow.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. So that doesn't
Which one do you want to keep, Gilmer?
hit. So
Well, if
For
he
my
keeps
second
the one,
attack.
it jams, so he's gonna keep the 2.
if this hits, it'll be a lightning arrow.
This-
That's a natural 20 and a 9.
Oh man!
Light them
All
up,
right,
baby.
roll for damage. It's like Shogos, you're like just shredding like the form of this creature apart with your necrotic, and kind of like it's almost like you're trying to rot the dragon from being in base with it. And coming up behind you, you just hear Gelmir's feet, and he just kind of does like a Legolas slide up underneath the belly of the creature, and the first arrow he shoots, it's hysterical. The arrow goes up and literally just rebounds off the chest of the dragon and shatters into the ground down below. But then he carefully aims the second one, as you can see, like some scale missing, and gets like right into the gap of the scale.
Okay, I got.
Now,
oh,
does
I got
Shogo
lot
get
of things
a
to roll
dex?
here.
Does Shogo get a save for the lightning damage?
Yeah, it's gonna be a dex save.
Okay, Shogo, go ahead and give me dex. I know it's not your better of saves.
9, 4, and 8.
Okay,
Okay.
well, fail.
So let me do his damage, the dragon's damage first.
Okay,
So that's gonna be 28 lightning damage,
okay,
23 piercing damage,
okay.
and then 11 cold damage.
Ooh. You get the feeling that it's immune to cold. Like you watch the lightning and the piercing damage from your shot really get its attention. Blood starts pouring out of the wound, but you don't get the feeling that it was affected by cold.
And then am I, and this is awful for myself and Shogo, am I doubling the damage dealt to us as well?
Yeah, unfortunately, because it's a critical hit. Yeah, but I'm okay with you re-rolling or keeping the same damage. It's up to you.
So it's 15 lightning damage,
Okay,
and I have
So-
resistance, so I'll take 7.
7. Shogo, you'll take 15.
All right, I'll roll for concentration.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that too.
Yep.
Concentration for what?
My vampiric touch. So concentration, it's the damage divided by half,
Or 10 or
10.
higher. So it's a minimum of 10.
So I rolled a 16, so I'm good.
You're good.
And how much damage? 15.
Gilmer, what'd you get?
I got a 14.
Okay,
my
so your
con save.
concentration is
Yeah.
good as well.
As electricity courses through everything, as far as I'm concerned, dead bugs start raining down on both of us.
Thanks for the snack. Sorry for the lightning. And I'm trying to grab him in my mouth as I'm sliding for the shot. And then for my bonus action, I am going to shoot again
All right, go for it.
for a 26. And that'll be 13 damage.
Nice.
Not so tough now, are you, dragon?
And it just rears back in pain, just looking down at the platform that it's standing on above where the 4 doors are. Its head just rears around and just kind of like he's in a huge amount of pain and is starting to take some damage from all this.
So there are 4 doors on this platform.
There are, yes.
Are there creases in between the doors?
Like foot gaps, like foot wide gaps.
That's all I need.
Okay. So that'll finish your turn.
Oh no.
which will take us to the top of the 4th round. Let's take our quick 5-minute break, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. We are back, just waiting on Gelmir. Well, he's actually at the bottom of the order, so we should be okay. Top of the 4th round. Tyr, you are up with the dragon on deck.
I've got a couple things. So
Yeah.
this is like a dragon lair, right? Is there any like treasure and stuff? Like a
what's your passive perception?
21.
21. You can see at the base of a column with this like huge flame floating above it, a rather large iron box. You could also see over here a crystalline egg on top of what looks to be like some kind of piece of furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you could see the workbench. And currently where these guys are all kind of like gathered up on the platform, you can see 4 different trapdoor entrances.
And then
Go ahead.
my second thing is, so it seems like he like came up, attacked, retreated to those trap doors.
Like he's guarding.
I get the sense that he's guarding them. I mean, that's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, and I'd also say that he keeps giving out these riddles at the beginning of each of his turns.
Mm-hmm. And then my third one. So I now have the spell Animate Objects.
Okay.
It does say items within range that are not being worn or carried.
Okay.
Now, if I have a backpack full of swords and daggers, does that not count to be able to animate?
Well, currently you're carrying them in your backpack, so you're
Okay.
technically wearing them. You'd have to take some time to pull them out.
Okay, all right. If that is the case, then I will cast Dissonant Whispers.
All right. I believe
I'll
that
go
is
second level
save or wisdom.
wisdom.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 2 + 5. That is a 7. That is going to fail.
Okay, for 16 damage.
Oof. 16 points of psychic damage. As the dragon just leans its head back, shaking it in confusion and pain.
Now, he should move, right?
Is that? I thought that was silvery barbs, or
Dissonant Whispers on the failed save must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows.
yes, it's going to immediately start flying and move to the back of the chamber.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
Is everybody get
Opportunity attack is only melee attacks, I believe.
I don't think so.
Shogo, you're muted if you're talking.
I have Warcaster, so I can use a melee spell attack.
Okay.
So that would be 18 to hit, which I believe misses.
Yeah, that misses. You watch as your spell effect kind
Wait.
of bounces off the scales of the creature.
Do you not get advantage on the opportunity?
Oh, that's
you-
true. It
You
is.
do, because it is fairy fired.
Thank you. Dear. And 27, that does hit.
27 will hit. Tyr's having way too much fun.
For 6 damage, I pretty much rolled as low as I could with that. So yeah,
Still,
6
every little bit
damage.
helps. I'm checking on that really quick, Gelmir, because I'm pretty sure it's melee, but I want to double check it because it's been a while since I've looked at that.
And plus, I have crossbow expert too, so close range doesn't hinder me.
Correct. That definitely doesn't hinder you. You can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach. To make the opportunity attack, you can use your reaction to make one melee attack against the provoking creature. The attack occurs right before the creature leaves your reach. So it is.
Well, I've got my dagger still.
Yeah,
Dagger
you
of
still,
Venom.
yeah. Whether it's unarmed or a dagger, yeah, feel free.
So that's a 23.
23 hits. Roll for damage.
Does Hunter's Mark work on melee, or is that just range?
I think that's just ranged.
Weapon
or
attack.
it could be any weapon attack, right?
Cool.
Yeah, you're good.
So I get 2d6 and a d4
Okay.
plus 5. Roll a 1, a 2, and a 1. So
It's so Gelmir.
that's 9. But I'm gonna go ahead and use the. Oh, never mind. That's an action. So just 9.
Gotcha. So, Tyr causes the creature to just like be in like psychological pain. Just his head shakes, and for some reason, it feels like it's got to get away from Tyr, and it gets moved. It like moves its form away from the 4 trapdoors that Shogu and Gelmir are currently standing on. It looks back in the direction of Tyr with anger and the others, because I believe it can now move regularly as the Dissonant Whispers fades at the beginning of its turn.
And it looks at me, I'll blow it a kiss.
Oh, do you? Give me a persuasion check.
All right. Careful what you wish for. 16.
16. Its mouth gives you this toothy grin from either side of its head, and it immediately moves. As it begins to move towards you, you notice that the darkness comes up a little bit more, and he moves towards you, and he's going to take all of his attacks.
Can I take I should have mentioned it before, but I was grabbing my delivery. Can I take my area of opportunity attack for 10 feet with the lightning lure?
Yeah, I'm okay
Like
with
when
that.
he
You can
moved
do that after Tyr got it to run away. Go for it. We're right. We could add that.
It's a strength save, 17.
Okay. That is an 18 plus 9 is a 27.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. It shifts over to where Tyr has gotten its attention.
Come on.
As he's just this feral growl as he swoops in towards you. It's going to take a bite attack, 2 claw attacks, but as the darkness rises, I need everybody to make con saves again, please.
Filthy 20.
10.
Okay. Tyr, you're good. Alexander, that's a
boy here.
fail. Wintrude, what'd you get?
Hang on a second. Let me see if I need to. I think I'm going to fail this. Hang on a second.
13.
13, that'll fail. Gelmir?
16.
4. 16. 16 will fail as well. It's a 17 or 18 or higher. So everybody who got a 17 or lower take 10 points of cold damage as the darkness rises yet even more. 3 attacks coming at you, Tyr. First, the bite attack. It's going to be a 26.
I'm going to cutting words it.
Okay. That is a 22 on the
Alright.
second.
So
And
the
then 2.
26 misses.
Okay. But cutting words, he had to re-roll, right?
No, I roll
Oh, okay. What'd you roll?
an 8.
8. So 18. Does 18 hit?
No, I have
Okay,
19
bite
right
does
now.
not hit. So now 2 claw attacks. That is a 26 and a 23.
Oh, Lord. All right.
So that is 8 and 5 is 13. 9 and 5 is 14. That is going to be 27 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Are you concentrating on anything?
I am not.
Okay. You are good. So that was the dragon's action. Its bonus action was to invoke the darkness. Has not used any legendary actions yet this time. So I'll finish the dragon's turn. Alexander, you are up with Wintrude on deck.
All right. I will. Okay, if I use my bonus action to, I'm trying to do something kind of cool. If I use my bonus action, I don't know. to magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of your cursed target. So what if I teleported 5 feet above him, came down with my 2-weapon longsword, and tried to stab it in him, and then make a second attack, like 1, 2, like teleport on top of him, and then 1, 2.
I love the creativity. So you get 2 attacks, right?
I get 2 attacks, and I can teleport as my bonus action to him.
All
like,
right.
5 feet above.
So as you teleport over and are now hovering above him, and then you go to land. Landing on him, so your attack will go first. The trick is landing as you attack. So go ahead and take your 2 attacks.
Okay. Is there any advantage or anything? Is he fairy fired still or anything?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
he's still. Oh yeah, because he got hit by Tyr's weapon, so he's lit up like a Christmas tree. So you have advantage on both these attacks.
Okay, 27.
27 will hit.
I'm trying to use the advantage roll thing.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
the second attack is 29.
Both will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
And then we'll resolve how you land on him.
13 and 16.
All right. So give me acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay. Acrobatics it is.
All right.
Oh, 21.
21.
Best I could possibly
You guys watch as Alexander bamps up above the dragon as its head is like swinging from side to side. From a few, like 15 feet above it, he lands and brings his sword down, and the initial strike into its back brings it out, and again, like blood kind of like rooster sprays out as he's just over and over again, kind of like digging into the creature's back. The head of the dragon roars in pain, and it's flailing about, its wings and tail flailing about as it's starting to look a little bit rough.
I got the idea from you, Tyr, where you were like,
I was
I'm sorry.
And you
Wait.
manage to stick the landing as you are on its back. Oh,
This
that
is-
is your turn.
and
then
I say to the dragon, if you want, you could be my pet, as I strike him twice. I would like to ride you.
okay.
Gelber's got a pet, why can't I have one?
It's mine.
You have infuriated it, and it's beginning to get more desperate. Its head lifts back to look at you. It's going to use all 6 of its legendary actions to recharge its breath weapon. I need you to give me a dex save, please, Alexander.
Should a breath weapon.
I say to him, I'm not scared of you, as I roll a 16. That's not the worst.
That's going to be 41 points of acid damage as you feel the huge gout of acid spray across you. And as the acid falls off of you and onto the dragon, that's when you begin to realize the dragon is immune to acid.
I assumed as much.
That
I hope so.
that
Right.
supreme health potion must have come in handy.
It did. I would have been dead, for sure.
All right, that'll finish its legendary actions, and Alexander's turn as fucking boss. Wintrude, you are up with
Go.
Shogo on deck.
Oh, well, I mean, it was out of range, and now it's back in range of my crossbow. So,
It is.
so I haven't, I've never used the bonus action on the crossbow, which is 3 bolts at a time.
So you're gonna bonus action volley shot?
Is that what that is? Is this?
Yeah,
this-
give me 3 attack rolls as you pull the trigger. And one of your attack actions is 3 crossbows. Just hope you don't roll a 1.
Well, I can re-roll one. So,
Just hope you don't roll another 1.
well, that's what we're hoping. So just 3 bolts is what.
So yeah,
Okay.
all you have to do is roll 1 attack roll for all 3 bolts.
One attack. Okay, so just advantage.
Yep, it's still lit up.
One's a 17. One's a 17. God, this fucking.
Pull the trigger as it gets back in range. All 3 bolts launch out of it, ping off the armor of the dragon. So get your second attack.
Second attack is Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Rolling with advantage, 24.
24. As the bolts bounce off of it, you just, fuck you. And you just like the Eldritch Beam comes out, striking the creature.
So that's 5 force damage, right?
Okay. Death by 1,000 cuts, as they say. Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I will bravely move to the other side of the stairs to the left.
Going over here to the other side, keeping it in your line of sight.
That's my turn.
All right, that'll finish your turn. Shogo, you are up with Gelmir on deck.
So I reach up to place my maggot-covered hands onto its flank, and let's see.
Roll to hit with advantage.
25 to hit. As I do so, there's this kind of like pulse of activity among the insects covering me, and as I channel divinity.
Okay.
And when I hit Touch of Death, when I hit a creature with a melee attack, you can spend Channel Divinity to deal an extra 23 points of necrotic damage. I'm wondering, because I'm doing that with the Vampiric Touch, and its healing is based off of the necrotic damage it deals, do I add that to the amount that I healed?
I believe so.
All right. So 13 plus 23, so that's
36.
36. And for my bonus action, I have the insect sphere attack it again.
Go for it.
And it misses.
Okay. So you guys watch as Shogo reaches up, latches onto it. You can see that whatever Shogo's expertise is, it seems to just rot the creature every time he touches it. Either the insects, worms, or maggots are shredding at the like physical existence of the creature. It just once again roars in pain as it's showing some signs of damage now and looking kind of rough, like it's getting this sense of desperation on its face. Anything else you want to do, Shogo? Shogo.
No, I end my turn.
Okay, end your turn. Gelmir, you're still underneath the dragon. You can hear Alexander just screaming at the top of his lungs something about, why does Gelmir keep getting all the good pets? And it's like, Alexander's like, be my pet. You can just, meanwhile, the blood's like pouring off of its back and kind of like falling onto the platform that you and Shogo are on.
Okay, so if I shoot another lightning arrow, what are the chances of me killing Alexander here?
I'm invincible. It's 0.
There's like,
I mean, you can hear Alexander, but you're not really sure his condition. Everything around you has gotten twice as dark since you first engaged this creature.
right,
The cold and darkness seems to rise with each round so far.
Okay, and there's no way for me to angle this shot where it won't hit Shogo?
No, because he's in base.
All right,
The two
sorry,
of you are in the same
everyone.
exact spot.
Well, first shot. Let's see how it goes.
It's with advantage because it's still
Sure.
low.
Shogo has to create a third character.
Double 19s. I'm not going to make that one a lightning arrow because I'm going to hope for a critical. So
Okay.
that's going to be a normal shot.
Okay.
18 damage.
All right.
My second
Once again,
shot.
right where that same wound was, you put another bolt up into it. The creature rears back, just frustrated and kind of flailing about on top of the platform.
Like, seriously, I told you, I was the master of dragons. Like, you should have just given up. And then after saying that, I rolled 4 and 8, so 17.
4 and 8, 17. No, you watch as your second shot
Alright.
bounces
And then my-
off the armored hide of the dragon.
Bonus action will be my third attack. 24.
24 will hit. Roll for damage.
I'll go ahead and make that a lightning arrow, even though it's not a crit.
So Shogo and Alexander, give me dex saves.
Just imagining, like, lightning kills enough of the bugs that it starts basically raining, and then Alex's body just falls out of
20 for a 22.
Okay.
16 for 15.
Okay.
both pass.
Does the dragon get to roll?
Maybe attack rolls normal. Does it hit? That's much on a miss. No, it's just a hit or miss for the dragon.
Gotcha.
All right, so that's going to be 5, 18, 23, 28 damage to the dragon.
Okay. And then everyone else takes half damage? Off your...
I have to roll 2d8 for everyone else.
Okay, go for it.
Roll low.
I didn't. And I didn't make a dex save as well. Natural 20. Okay.
Nice.
So everyone who passed, which is everybody, just takes 7 lightning damage.
Okay. So Alexander takes 7. It's like you guys watch as the room lights up with this arcing lightning kind of bouncing off the hide of the dragon, arcing out. The dragon...
I got electrocuted by 7 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gelmir!
It wasn't me. That was somebody else using lightning damage. That was crossbow. Wintrid's got that lightning crossbow. That was her.
The dragon flailing in pain as like scales and bits of viscera kind of like shedding off of its form. It is going to use its reaction against you, Gelmir. I need you to make a strength save, please.
That's not my good save. Actually, it's not my worst. That's going to be an 8.
You guys watch as Gelmir is instantly swallowed. The creature jams its head down in the direction of Gelmir because blood is just pouring from the wound in its chest. And then it just chomps down on Gelmir. Ah! And it's like he gets slurped up into its mouth. So you'll immediately take 8 points of acid damage from the acid inside of its mouth. The strength fail gets you captured in its mouth. Now I need you to make a strength save to prevent you from being swallowed.
Jesus.
That's going to be a natural 1 for a total of 4.
You are immediately swallowed. And you can feel yourself passing down its throat. And you kind of like dig into its throat. And you realize you're staring down at this huge kind of like stomach filled with acid down below you.
And I don't have... It's not my turn, right? I can't do anything else?
Correct. So it's, you're considered restrained and grappled, but not incapacitated. You're just considered restrained and grappled.
Okay.
So grapple has your move down to 0, and you're underneath the restrained effect.
I have advantage against grapple.
Yeah, but this is more of the effect because you're in its throat.
Okay.
It wasn't really trying to grapple you; it was trying to do its swallow effect that it has as a reaction.
Got
And
it.
it can only do this once it drops below 50% of its hit points.
Okay.
Oh, so we got that going for us.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he said it can only do it when it drops below 50 hit points.
50%.
Right. That's what I understood. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
You can hear Gelmir saying that from the. You can
Yeah,
hear
for the
muffled-
okay, guys, I'm inside of it. I can kill it easier now. It's muffled voice. Go full Drax on it. All right, top of the 5th round. Tyr, you are up with Alexander or with the dragon on deck.
How is the dragon faring?
He's looking rough. He's starting to look
Very
like,
rough?
yeah, not very rough, but he's looking rough.
All right, I'll ask him. Do you yield?
Its head. I am the protectorate of the tombs. I cannot yield.
And then I'm gonna raid those tombs. and I'm going to take your eye as a trophy.
What are
And
you
I
doing
cast
here?
Phantasmal Killer.
Okay. Is there a save for that, or is that ranged attack?
It's a save. Wisdom.
Wisdom. That is an 8 plus 5 is a 13.
Fail.
Okay.
So he is now frightened for the duration. At the end of each of the target's turns before the spell ends, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage.
Okay, so he's immune to the frighten effect.
Ah.
However, he is not immune to the psychic damage effect.
Okay.
But he is going to expend a secondary legendary resistance to save. That way he'll only take half damage. So go ahead and roll the psychic damage.
Okay. Half of 17.
All right. The 8 points. Man, you've got this thing's attention. Fucking bards. Anything else you want to do? You still have your move.
I'm going to Bardic Inspiration myself. And then, where even am I?
You're in the
kinda see
dark.
myself.
Yeah, you're like in the dark. You're like, so you and Alex. My keyboard. I think I need to get a new battery for my keyboard. You're right here. You know, Alexander's somewhere. Oh no, Alexander's on his
He's on
back.
top. Yeah.
You're the only one still in the dark floor. You get the feeling that if you don't get out of this darkness, things could go bad. It's like you can't see anything around you. The only thing you can see is up above, because everything that's going on is above the darkness currently.
Mm-hmm. And now, am I in range of his opportunity attack? Like,
He has a range of 10 feet on opportunity attack. That would be correct.
okay. I would like to. I guess I'm gonna. How far away am I from Wintrude?
You're about 45 feet.
Okay. Could I climb on that little stuff that we're on? That they're all
Yeah,
standing
give
on
me
underneath?
acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Okay. 25.
That'll be half your movement, which will get you like up into a little nook of the cliffside or the rock wall. At least get you out of the darkness.
Now I got a better look of him. How's he looking? Pretty ugly or what?
He's looking rough, but he's a big creature.
All right.
And I dropped a hunter's mark because of that damage.
Gotcha.
But I kept favored foe up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that'll end my turn.
Hex is concentration, right, Alex?
Now, and then,
No, I don't think so. Let me double check.
now for that Phantasmal Killer, he's immune to being frightened, but so as long as I maintain concentration, he maintains the damage
Correct.
in the turn. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm done. My
No,
turn.
it's not.
Okay. Good.
Because it's
Oh, I
just
might
like-
be thinking of a different. Warlocks are weird because there's lots of different hexes out there. I'm probably thinking of a different one. All right, so that'll finish Tyr's turn. The dragon's turn is up. I need everybody to make con saves, please.
Even me?
I'm
Yep.
inside of a dragon.
You do not have to, Gelman. You're good.
I have a 5 of a con save. It's,
I also got a 5.
Gribbet's got a 9.
Okay.
I rolled off.
I die because of Gelmer's lightning arrow. It's gonna be on.
16.
16. That'll fail.
14.
What'd you get, Wintrude?
14.
14. Everybody fails. 10 points of cold damage.
I believe on a 14 though, it actually like has a puppy, warm, cozy effect.
Yeah, specifically a
Only if you
14.
roll a 14 though, Jason. It's only if you roll.
Everybody takes 10 points of cold damage.
That would be like some cool extra.
As the
like,
darkness
things
is rising
you add.
up to the point now where Shogu, you are no longer able to see. So you will be doing any attacks at disadvantage. However,
Fairy
because
fire.
he's still fairy fired, there'll be regular attacks. Gelmir will resolve your situation at the end of the dragon's turn. The dragon does not recharge his breath weapon. So he is going to He's going to turn and try to awkwardly swat and attack Alexander on his back. First, the bite. That is a 2 plus 10. That's a 12. That'll miss. 19 for one claw and 16 for the other claw.
16 misses, 19 hits.
Okay. That is going to be 15 points of slashing damage.
I have exactly 15 hit points.
So you're unconscious on its back.
Wait, can I? Cutting words?
Yeah, because you're out of the darkness now as a reaction. Cutting words, which does.
So I'm gonna take off 10, a D10. So
Yeah, go for it.
sneaky bitch, off 6, off his roll.
Off his roll, the 6 off of a 19 is a 13. That'll miss. You still have 15 hit points left, Alex.
I'm on your ass.
I'm on your ass, Seabass.
Here, thank you so much.
And you just watch Alexander goes back to complaining and slashing at it. God damn it! I want a pet.
I like to think every time the dragon speaks, you just also hear Gelmir yelling from his
Ghelfi, give me another strength save, as it's going to try to swallow you some more.
That's going to be a 12.
12. You feel yourself get pulled down into its stomach. You swoosh at the edge of the acid in its stomach. You'll take 18 points of acid damage.
That hurts.
That'll finish the dragon's turn.
It has to re-roll its Phantasmal Killer save.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
That is a 10 plus 5 is a 15.
Fail.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Let's see it. 25 damage.
Ooh, psychic damage too. It's starting to look very rough. You can see blood now coursing out of the edge of its eyes. Where its ears are, blood is oozing out of its ears as it's looking pretty rough right now. That'll finish the dragon's turn. Alexander, you are up with Wintrude on deck.
Use my bonus action to drink a supreme health potion.
Okay.
And hopefully it does well. Okay. 44 health points.
Nice.
And I am invincible as I strike again twice, just not even running away. Do I have advantage still?
Yes, because you're outside of the darkness scope. So yeah, you still have advantage because it's still lit up with fairy fire.
Okay, that's a 27 for the first one.
That'll hit.
And the second one, 19.
19 will just miss.
Okay. So the first attack I do 14.
14 points. He is looking very rough.
And I still have movement, right? If I technically wanted to jump off him, but the darkness is probably more dangerous anyways.
It's feeling like it is, yeah.
I'll just stay on the dragon's back.
Okay.
I'm going to yeah, I guess that's it. But
Yeah, because your
I
bonus
will
action
yell
was
at
the
it.
potion. Did your attack action.
Yeah. You will be my pet, dead or alive.
There's almost like this confused look on the dragon's face, like, how does that work if I'm dead? Oh, never mind. There's the guy underneath my belly pushing maggots into me. Okay, I get your point. Wintrude, you are up with Shogo on deck.
Okay, we're gonna shoot at it with the crossbow.
Yeah, unfortunately, you are now in the darkness, so it's a regular attack for you.
I think though,
If I go to class features,
where is it? I have Devil's Sight.
Ooh, read Devil's Sight for me, because it might be able to penetrate the magical darkness.
Mm-hmm.
What is Devil's Sight? You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical.
You can see, you have advantage because he's still lit up for you. Go for it.
All right, let's try it. So that's a 17. God, it was almost a crit.
The bolt bounces off its scales.
Second one's a 20. Sorry. What I meant was I was rolling twice to see if this one attack hits.
Gotcha.
The second one's a 23.
That one will hit then.
And so then I can use the bonus to get the. So basically, the way it's written is it says I do like a normal hit, and the bonus action is shoot 3 bolts at a time.
Correct. So basically, what you want to invoke is that when you actually hit,
Yeah.
then you bonus action invoke volley shot.
Okay.
See how that works? Because once
yeah.
you know you hit, you're actually holding the trigger down, and then 3 more crossbow bolts go. So that's going to be 4
bolts.
4 bolts strike the creature.
So I'm gonna roll the damage first from just the normal hit.
Well, no. What's the damage per crossbow bolt? D6.
1d6 plus 5 is a.
Okay, so now you're gonna roll 4d6 plus 5.
4d6.
See how that works?
Got you.
So it's kind of like going from semi-auto to full auto.
So let me roll the 4d6
Okay.
plus 5. So that damage with the plus 5 that's 21,
Okay.
and then there's the sneak attack damage.
Go for it.
Sneak
Yeah,
attack.
there's definitely an ally within 5 feet of inside of him.
It's got to be an ally he can see, which is Alexander on its back.
That's an additional. That's additional. So 21 and then 15. So
Yeah. So,
36 total.
with that,
No.
Please tell me he's dead.
that.
No, he's dead.
You guys can hear more than see what Wintrude just did. You can hear her just scream at the top of her voice, and then she holds down the trigger, and there's a series of bolts that come stringing out of her crossbow. First one striking it in the eye, side of the head, along its snout, and in its neck. Just all 4 bolts striking into the side of the creature. It goes spasms and goes rigid as it just collapses across the platform. Shogo, I need you to make a dex save. Alexander, I need you to make a dex save as well, please.
Natural 20, baby. 22.
Nice.
10.
10. So you feel the weight of the body like slam onto you and shove you off the platform as you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from it falling on you. And then Alexander, you kind of like Legolas slide it down onto the platform. And you're still slamming your weapon into it, but it spasms. And all you can hear is a muffled Gelmir inside of it.
So I want to turn into gaseous form and just go out.
Yeah. I'll be with you guys in a minute. And then, like, out of the nostril of one of the dragon's nostril, you watch as a gaseous cloud just kind of comes out.
I did it, guys.
The dragon has collapsed across the platform of the 4 doors. You can see the flickering flame in the background. The darkness slowly begins to recede back down into the ground. To the left, a kind of strange crystalline egg structure. At the base of the giant flame, see an iron box. You can see covered in blood and the remains of the dragon across the platform of the 4 trapdoors, and then beyond the now destroyed kind of like alchemy bench or workbench that kind of like the tail is got lays on it and the furniture's been smashed underneath. There are 4 statues, 1 in each corner, and then there's a stairwell that you guys landed on the landing, but you see no other exits. What would you guys like to do?
I want to harvest the dragon and get as much stuff from it as I can.
Okay, give me a survival check for starters.
I'm taking his eye.
You can give me medicine, Tier.
11.
11? Okay. Now give me medicine with disadvantage.
Do I have advantage on survival since we're in my favorite terrain?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
no,
okay with that.
I don't have that anymore because I switched.
That's right. You switched that up.
I got a 12 on my medicine.
Okay. Now give me a regular intelligence check, Gelmir, and Tyr, give me a regular intelligence check as well.
14.
14. Okay.
13.
Okay. Both of you know that certain parts of it can be harvested. I'll say you do an okay job of the one remaining good eye. The other eye is pierced with a bolt that came from Wintrude. So I'll say for you, Tyr, you actually managed to harvest the one remaining good eye relatively well, relatively intact. The only challenge you have is how to preserve it. That might take some effort. Gelmir, you know that its teeth, its tongue, if you can find it, the organ that produces the acid, its flame weapon projection organ in its throat. There's lots of things that are, between its scales, but you also know that it could take a while and it could be tricky to harvest these bits of its form. What would you like to focus on? I'll say with that intelligence check, there are two things you could try to focus on to harvest.
Probably going to try and go for scales and teeth.
Okay. Give me sleight of hand for both.
Now, with my knowledge of dragons, would I know if it's safe to consume the dragon's eye?
I mean, it probably doesn't taste very good. It could be poisonous. You're not entirely sure.
Let Gelmir taste it first.
with advantage, that's a 12.
Okay. I'll say you harvest one of its good fangs, one of its larger fangs. Go ahead and give me another sleight of hand.
That one's a 21.
You managed to harvest at least 2 medium-sized scales, which would be the equivalent of 2 small shields.
Okay.
Now, while Tyr and Gelmir are doing all that, what are the rest of you doing?
I run over to check on Mika.
Mika kind of gets up out of her secret little spot and kind of just very confidently walks over to where you are, and you see her smile up at you.
Mika's face is covered in bandages. I can't really see.
You can see her jawline move underneath the bandages.
All right.
She seems relieved not to be alive or dead, depending on your perspective.
So
More dead than he already is.
I throw my arms around her in a hug, just glad to see her safe. I'm not sure if Mika has any instinct to return.
Yeah, it's very Sheldon. She's very stiff. Just kind of accepting, but not really returning.
Yeah. I'm just going to stay here for a bit to calm down.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Go ahead, Alex.
I would just search for anything I could find, anything the dragon left behind.
There's a couple items. There's this crystalline egg over off to the left. There's the giant torch-shaped column with a kind of like an eternal flame
There's your
on
pet.
top of it, but at the base, an iron box.
The egg.
Huh?
The egg immediately.
Yeah, give me investigation as you go to examine that.
That is a 14.
14. It's made out of a crystalline construct, maybe similar to what might be like a diamond or precious kind of stone, kind of outside. But what's interesting is looking inside. It looks like it's filled with like a radiant wind. Like you could see the radiant energy within the crystalline egg swirling, like it's just reacting to you staring at it, almost like a Tesla coil.
I use my mage hand to try to steal it.
The weight would be about the same. So give me sleight of hand with advantage because you're using mage hand to pick up the small crystalline egg.
20.
20. If the mage hand gets underneath it and it's at the very edge of its weight limit, you watch as it releases the egg. And as soon as you do, the flame above the column goes out.
Put the lights back on.
I don't know, guys.
Oh,
I can
saw
see
you-
in darkness, though, right? So
I mean, it's dark now for everybody.
I've dark vision 120 feet. I got the extra.
I know Winter could see. I mean,
magic
I have
one.
devil's sight, so I can see.
Yeah, I've got dark vision too.
Shogo, can you see?
I don't think I can.
Okay. So it's like you just, as that huge burning eternal flame winks out, the entire vault is plunged into an inky blackness.
I guess I put it back down for now,
You set it back down. The flame comes back on.
and then I take it back off.
Flame goes out.
And then I put it back on.
Now, can I recall all of the lines that the dragon said during our
He
fight?
seemed to be giving during the first few moments of each of its attacks. It seemed to be talking about the trade winds. Give me a history check as you begin to try to organize what he was saying before.
10.
10. You're not overly familiar with kind of like the more natural environment of the world, but you get a feeling based on what Alexander is describing and what you're seeing that somehow that egg, that eternal flame that he referenced, and the 4 trapdoors have something in common. But right now, the physical form of the dragon like lies across the platform where the 4 trapdoors are.
I wanted to assume that we were in that other room before that had a ton of stuff in it.
Yeah.
If it was possible before we actually shifted out, that I would gather new journals, blank,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
writing implement.
Yeah.
And so I take out one that I'd labeled A through G and a B section, and I'm scrawling in some black dragon notes.
Okay.
And I'm going towards the flame with the iron box too at the base to kind of warm up, and then I make my entry and I put the book down for a second, and then I inspect the iron box there.
Okay, give me investigation as you start to examine it.
Okay. 21.
Okay. Couple things you notice. The box itself is heavily protected with arcanic writing, and you pick up on a glyph that seems to represent Thunderstep, the spell effect Thunderstep. You also notice that the base of the box is give me a history check as you with advantage because that's a pretty good investigation.
16.
16. There's a representation of the elemental plane of air etched into the outer iron skin of the box. There's no lock. You get the feeling that the glyph of Thunderstep is designed to protect the box. So you're not sure if the Thunderstep effect happens to the person that opens it or potentially happens to the box.
Are you sharing this information with us?
So I'm looking around and I go ahead and put the journal back into my backpack.
Can anyone dispel this glyph?
I got it. So
My suspicion, Tyr, and I need Gelmir to hear this very carefully.
What?
I think there are powerful winds in here. If we open this box, I don't think we can just open it
I can open it.
on a whim. No, you can't.
Gilbert kind of comes floating over. He's still in
Yeah,
gaseous
I
form.
got it. Don't worry.
Oh wait, no, you harvested the dragon, so yeah, you're back in your normal form.
I got it. I can do this.
Okay.
Tyr comes walking over.
Yeah. I still have my bark inspiration on myself, so I'm gonna go 5th level dispel magic.
Okay, give me a d20.
All right. That's an 8. I'm gonna add my bardic inspiration.
Go for it.
That's a 2.
You watch as Tyr comes over. He's contemplating the giant dragon eye in his hand. He's like, "Oh, I got this." He comes over and stands in front of it, tries to dispel the glyph. There's an immediate, rebound of the failed dispel that slams into the box and back up into Tyr. Tyr, you're going to take 12 points of force damage from the failed attempt.
What?
However, Alexander, since you're still over by where the egg is, you watch as a hairline crack suddenly appears in the egg.
Oh, seriously, guys, let me just try one thing. Everyone, go far away from this box.
No, this is my pet, guys.
Just
I immediately take. Now I take it and I put it in my bag of holding.
Okay, you take the egg out. Comes off the pedestal.
Lights
You
go
watch
out.
as the flame goes out, and everything's plunged into darkness. You can hear Alexander, "Nah, it's my pet," and you hear his bag open, and the egg dissipates into the bag of holding.
so yeah, I want to go to the chest, and
Okay.
I'm hoping everybody backs away.
I
Drop
run. I run. because I
Richard
know
just
there's
runs
no
back
fucking
up the
sense to do.
stairs.
I'm gonna go ahead and activate the globe of invulnerability on my armor,
Okay.
and then just open it.
Okay.
Look at
So
me.
any spells or anything that's 5th level or lower have no effect on me right now.
Yeah. It's
What about the rest?
well, what I'm trying to figure out, because there's one other thing the globe does, and I want to think about this for a second because I love cool shit like this. 10-foot radius around you and remains for the duration. So if you cast this, are you casting it so that you move with the globe up to the box, or do you cast it so the box is within the globe?
See, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a full globe or if it's just limited to my actual encompassing.
No,
me in armor.
it's just like a spell of the globe of invulnerability. So you have a 10-foot bubble around you now, like that 10-foot sphere
Yeah.
around you.
Okay. So there's no way to limit it.
Not really. It's designed. I mean, it's designed more of a get out of jail free card, right? You're down to a hit point, and you're globe of invisibility, and then suddenly you
Okay.
can't be harmed.
So then what I would like to do then is activate it, walk to the chest,
Okay.
and then as I'm opening it, turn into gaseous form.
Okay. I like that vibe. That's kind of cool.
So whatever's
So-
in it is trapped in there with me as a gas.
Yeah. So that presents you with an interesting challenge. As you do that, Shogo, since you do not have dark vision, you hear most of this as opposed to see it. Those of you with dark vision, just as Gelmir opens up the chest, there's this explosion, thunder-like noise that just echoes throughout the chamber. This, and for a brief moment, looking at where the globe was around Gelmir, he goes gaseous. However, because of the heightened state of the spell and what just happened with the combination of the globe of vulnerability, Gelmir, an air elemental, is now trapped with you inside your globe. But because your gaseous state, the two of you are kind of intertwined and just kind of zooming inside. Alexander, you feel a kind of pulse or this energy coming from your bag of holding.
Guys, I think the egg has hatched in my bag, so I have the pet.
What are you guys doing right now? Gelmir, as long as your gaseous form holds
Yeah.
for now, you're not going to take any damage. But the moment your gaseous form fades, it's going to be tricky.
You're going to be like you're in a dryer. Wintrude, meanwhile, ran. She ran to the top of the stairs, and she's just looking. And she reaches for another journal and starts writing. She's just like looking.
I mean, the glove of vulnerability only lasts up to a minute.
The gaseous form lasts an hour. So.
Correct. So the glove is going to fall soon, like within moments. What are you guys doing?
Oh, Christ.
I caution Mika to stand back. I believe I can speak primordial. Let me check. Primordial, yeah. I walk up to the Gelmir washing machine, for lack of a better term, and call out to the air elemental. Can we help you in primordial?
Hold on 1 second. Let me check something. You don't get the feeling that it understands primordial.
Damn it.
And it's at that moment the globe fades, so it only lasts a minute around Gelmir. Gelmir's gaseous form is like thrown out of the area just with this kind of rough response from the air elemental, jamming it away from it. And then the air kind of gets still for a moment, and all of you can see, the exception of Shogo, could see this.
I would have lit a torch. It might have gone out by this, but
yeah, I mean,
had a torch.
There's now standing, like at the iron box and where the column and the flame used to be, is this 10-foot tall churning mass of air with a kind of like, it feels like there's a face on it, but it's not all that visual. Its mouth is moving and you can hear language, but none of you seem to understand its language.
Can I tell what language it is?
Give me an intelligence check.
Wintrude?
Will be to...
Oh, just straight intelligence, okay.
Yeah, straight intelligence, if you want to try to figure it out.
God, another nat 1.
Wintrude?
I'll give an intelligence check, yeah.
Go for it.
If it wants me to write something, I can read it.
Oh, I thought you had tongues or something.
No, I have Eyes of the Roomkeeper, which I can read any writing.
No, did you have comprehend languages or tongues or?
Nope. That was a 24 intelligence check.
24.
Or save, sorry. Damn it. I didn't, sorry. That was wrong, Jason. I didn't do the straight
That's fine.
check. I rolled the saving throw category. Sorry about that. That was a 17.
17, still pretty good. I mean, you would recall that the elementals tend to have their own language. It speaks a language called Aran.
Well, it speaks Aran. I don't speak it. It probably was trapped in that box and would like to just escape anyways.
If
we can help you try.
But she's with this, she's got her quill and the journal is like a little, she has a nerdy like ink thing. She made like a little necklace. And she's,
hang on. We can help you escape if we can work together. Mr. Air Elemental.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check for starters.
What's that?
Give me persuasion for starters.
I'm gonna walk over to the trap doors.
That's a 22.
Okay.
Does me going to the trap doors catch its attention at all?
As you walk
Have any
towards
interest?
the remains of the dragon, and you get closer to the platform where the 4 trap doors are, you guys notice that the air elemental begins to kind of move a little bit more aggressively towards where Tyr is standing. Tyr, give me, your passive is pretty high. you notice that the tops of each of the trapdoors are made up of the representation of 4 elements. The door furthest to your right on the platform has a representation of air element.
Okay. I'm going to go interact with it, go kind of mess it. The body's covering it, right? I wouldn't be able to open it.
Give me investigation as you try to see how much of the dragon is covering this particular trapdoor.
That is a nat 20 for a total of 30.
Nice. Between the 5 of you, you'd have to shift part of its neck and probably expose that one particular trapdoor with the air elemental kind of image on it. So it's doable. Just take some effort.
All right, can you guys?
I have a plus
help me out
1
with
to strength, so I mean, come on.
I'm not that
Halfling
strong.
plus 1 to strength.
I got a -1, so.
All our problems are solved.
We're all
You
super
try
weak,
it, bro.
actually.
You never know.
I could probably dismantle the corpse if necessary.
It's a lot of corpse, but you could at least maybe the neck area
What?
that's currently covering the trapdoors.
Why don't you like animate it and move it out the way?
That's not animating a dragon corpse is not something to be taken lightly.
Well, we can just
nor-
spend that
Yeah,
much
it's
time
pretty heavy,
harvesting
so obviously.
dragon corpse. You know, to be honest, there could be some good.
Here, I'm resetting my camera. I'll be
Well,
right
out
back.
out of character, you know, it's funny because I was looking at my inventory. I still have from one of those tombs a jar of restoration that revives a corpse. And I'm not saying this out loud or anything. I'm
When,
just being
when
like,
did you guys get all this stuff? Was it last week?
oh, so
No, last week we didn't do a session.
it was our last session. I pulled out that deck that
Yeah, I
removed
remember that.
all my non-magical items, including all my gold and platinum, out of my inventory. But like the jar of restoration is magical, so I still have that in my inventory.
Mm.
And then
Or like,
I think you gave me 19 arrows. I have 11 left.
oh yeah, I remember that. No,
What you got?
so, like Gelmir had the globe of. What did you
I
call
got
it?
that a while ago. Back.
Yeah, that's
before
the effect
I
of his
did all
armor.
that.
Yeah, that's,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, when
I
did
just
that
think
happen?
we finally hit a point where everyone was trying to use everything because of the unique situation that we're in.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn back to normal, and I want to
Can-
look
can
at
I-
the air elemental.
Can I
and just
harvest a
like-
dragon scale? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. You kind of realizing that maybe there's no finish here. You kind of, and I'll say because you got close to its neck, go ahead and give me sleight of hand as you try to harvest one of the scales off of its neck.
Tier, did you want us to help you move the dragon? Then, like, if you
7.
tell us, right?
yeah. I was saying, like, come over. Let's get this shit out the way.
You harvest like 3 small scales off of its neck, Alex.
What I'm going to try and do is I'm looking for its acid gland. What I'm going to try and do rather than cut away at it, I'm going to try and precisely rot parts of its flesh away and then have effectively medicinal maggots chew away the dead flesh to try
It'll take time. It's doable, but it could take some time. So give me a nature check to see if you can figure out how long this might take.
Nature. Let's see. 12.
Well, feels like it could take up to 45 minutes to accomplish that task.
Hmm.
And as all of you are now grouped around the platform, the air elemental has gotten twice as big and is beginning to churn a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to the platform. So what I'm trying to do is I want to go to the air elemental. I'm gonna still be in gaseous form,
Okay.
and I want to try and gesture it towards like the exit and see if I can get it to just follow me,
What exit?
like wherever we came in from.
Oh, we just appeared there.
You guys just appeared on a platform. a stone
Because the
platform.
plane
There's
you're shift.
no other exit out of this room
Okay.
other than those 4 doors on the platform.
In that case, I want to turn into my normal form, like maybe like 15, 20 feet from it,
Okay.
and then just look at it and just be like, I am Galbeer, caught between the form of physical and air. You
Ghost.
heed my will. And I'm just gonna start yelling at it until it does what I say.
meanwhile, Gribbets and Little Gorilla are like standing on either side of you.
Yeah. Little Gorilla is riding Gribbets.
Yeah. Give me persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
They're both 0, so let's see.
So this is gonna be great.
It's a 10.
10. It doesn't respond to you. It just sits there hovering, confused.
Fellas,
Not really giving you any kind of visual cues or auditory references. It's just sitting there cycling.
I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
fellas, let's near with me and Tyr. We're gonna
You suck! And you throw a rock up at it.
Let's
The rock
open
goes
this-
into it and spits out the other side.
Wintrude, if you can understand all written language, do you think you could try to hand it a writing implement and one of your journals? Maybe we could communicate that way.
Okay.
And I reach in for just a journal, a blank journal, and
In your
It's
I
like
go up to it?
absorbed into the force of the wind, but oddly enough, in the interior of the force of the elemental, it's barely moving. And you watch as the quill begins to move about on the blank page of the journal, and then suddenly it spits out onto the ground, and it has drawn a picture of the crystalline egg.
Out of all the elementals, we got the nerd one.
Hey, Alex, try giving it the egg. It drew,
and I hold it up.
it drew the egg.
No,
Present it with the egg.
no,
Yes,
no.
this is not.
Absolutely, you will have to fight me. I'll take another potion. I can survive. I'm not going down without it. This is my pet. Gelber got a pet. I get a pet.
I have 2 pets.
See?
Have
I calmly close the book and put it away in the quill.
We have to exhaust every other option, including presenting Gilmere in a egg form.
I'm going back to the page of the drawing.
Yeah.
Is that your decision?
Final answer.
I take the book like this, and I get
Okay.
the air elemental's attention. I point to the drawing of its egg, and then I point to Alex.
Give me another persuasion check.
I immediately drink a potion. Just a greater healing one, you know.
Yeah.
Get myself back up there.
That's an 18.
18. It seems to hesitate for a moment between you and it. You get the feeling that it can't attack Alex directly. And it's probably due to the fact that he has the egg. Like maybe it's tethered to it or anchored to it. You're not entirely sure.
Winfred, let me see that piece of paper.
She rips it out of the journal.
I'm going to hold up the picture of the egg, and then I'm going to point to Winfred.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's an 11.
11.
It's a test. It's science.
It doesn't move. It doesn't know what to do. Like it's hovering between Wintrude and Alexander, and then all of a sudden it just dissipates, and the flame on the column comes back. And Alexander, you hear and feel like something large breaking.
In my bag, or just
and the bag gets a little bit lighter.
When an extra dimensional space
Look
gets
at his
lighter,
face.
you know something's wrong.
You got to screenshot that and just look at his face when he realizes he's probably not.
Gelmere,
Gelmere.
Gelmere, open the hole. Open the hole. I'm going in. and I'm opening the bag inside the hole, and if
No.
anything tries to come out, you lock me in there with it.
No.
Gelmir, let me get in your hole.
No.
Gelmir, open the hole.
It's really organized right now. You're gonna mess it all up.
You've even got the bard
I'll give you a gem, and I hold out one of my gems. Take a gem.
Last time you were in there, you stole from me.
I took a magnifying glass. I'm not giving it back, but I'll at least admit to it.
Get in that foxhole.
Here's a gem. A gem?
Okay.
Don't bring a bag of holding into an extra dimensional space. You won't like
that's a
what
good
happens.
point. We can't do that. But
I just want to go. I'm going in your hole, though.
Well, we're good.
If you do that,
It's gonna blow up.
Could be uncomfortable.
Just go over in the corner, like away from us. Just
I don't want to open the bag because it could be dangerous inside there. I need to go inside of a hole to protect myself.
Give me the bag.
Absolutely not, Wintrude.
This is just beyond logic and reason as usual, but you're outdoing yourself now.
Can I cast banishment on myself?
You two stooges yelling at each other. Get in the hole. I want to get in your hole. No, you can't get in my hole. The look on your face. What happened to the egg? Something happened to it.
All right, what if I give Tyr the bag of holding and then I banish Tyr to another realm?
Why would you banish me?
Well, I mean, and then you come back
We're
to
not
this realm.
on another realm. We've come back to
How about this? How about this?
I think you would just go home and not come back.
Is Alexander holding the bag right now?
Yeah, I'm holding. I'm like.
Yeah, Alexander's got the bag.
Okay, so I just use can I cast command and I say drop.
Oh shit!
Does
We're
it get a
casting
save?
spells on each other.
What does it say? Oh, it's a wisdom save.
Give me a wisdom save, Alexander. As Tyr comes over and goes, drop it.
Can I get advantage on that wisdom save? It's an 8.
8? You
Yeah,
just
drops
you
the
get this
bag.
blank look on your face.
Richard,
and the
grab
bag
the
just
bag.
drops to the ground.
Can I use my reaction to attack Wintrude if he comes close to the bag?
You're still under Tyr's command, so Wintrude, you've got the bag, and Alexander's got this weird look on his face, and there's Tyr with his hands on his hips, just staring at Alexander.
It's all my items. Give
I
him back.
opened the bag with the opening facing Alex.
Okay,
And
nothing happens.
then I take a look in the bag.
Take a look in the bag. I mean, it looks empty.
And I just toss it back to him.
There's no egg. Nothing.
Toss it back to him as he comes out of the
Now.
stupefied command.
Can we please move the dragon so we can start investigating these trapdoors?
Yep.
And I just start walking up towards the top. And I throw the bag. And just
Wintrude goes like full-blown Karen and just starts walking away.
I
Graves will help.
speak to the manager, but I am the manager.
I'll have Gribbets help to move it, and I'm just gonna play with Lil Rilla for a few minutes.
Yeah. You're just, like, rolling
If I look in the
stones.
bag, is there's no dragon, there's no egg, there's nothing?
I mean, there's nothing in the bag unless you decide to pull something out of the bag. A bag of holding, there's no visual reference.
Aha.
It's just an empty, bottomless bag.
Got it.
The one that you can do is turn it upside down and just say empty.
Which
And
he
everything
didn't
in
do
it
when
would
he passed it back.
Would spill, come spilling out onto the ground.
Yeah. All right.
Does Gelmir notice while he's playing with Lil Rilla that Lil Rilla looks at me with a longing look?
What's your passive perception, Geller?
20.
I probably notice, yeah.
Focus, Lil Rilla. Focus.
Kind of looking, still kind of longingly looks over at Tyr.
Yeah. Don't pay attention to Tyr. Don't.
So, are you guys trying to move the neck of the dragon?
Yes.
And I'll say,
Yeah.
Shogu, Shogo, you kind of spend some time rotting the flesh, which kind of makes it a little bit easier to do. And we'll give you an opportunity of harvesting what you're looking for.
And stinkier.
I need everybody to give me just good old-fashioned group strength check.
All right. I'm going to cast guidance on someone.
Actually, athletics. Everyone give me athletics. And guidance
Sure.
is fine.
And I can use Gribbets' strength because I'm having him do it instead. Right?
Correct. Yep.
13.
That's a plus
Okay.
3.
I got a
17.
21, dude.
What'd you get, Alex?
Which check?
Strength. Or athletics, sorry. Give me athletics.
That is a beautiful. See the table's all at 10.
10. Okay. So, Richard, what'd you get?
People on D&D Beyond's all messed up.
Yeah.
What- Richard, what'd you get?
21.
So 10 for Alex. Tier, what'd you get?
The highest I can
13.
13. Gelmir, what did Gribbets get?
15.
Okay. And Shogu?
17.
Yeah.
get.
They're
Where
really
should
good
I-
averages, actually. And with the extra necrotic effect of rotting, it's kind of weird. Like, you guys managed to move its huge, heavy neck off of the remaining parts of the trapdoors. However, because it was being rotted by Shogo's like magical effect, it just kind of bursts apart, and thousands of little maggots kind of spill out from where Shogo was having it kind of like rot. And so Shogo, when it bursts apart like that, you have a clear view into the internal organ cavity of the creature, right? You can like, the challenge that you have is its stomach is now ruptured and acid is beginning to pour out of its like central mass, its torso area, making it not only difficult, even though its physical nature is immune to acid, it's going to be very dangerous to try to get into where the organ might be. For the rest of you, you're looking at a now viscera covered platform with like organ meat and tendrils and sinew kind of across the platform of 4 trap doors. Each one has an elemental reference. One is air, one is fire, one is water, and one is earth.
Oh, jeez. It smells like a goblin's back tooth.
All right.
What are you even doing when I sleep? I can be air. I'll do the air one.
Yep, do it.
I
Okay.
do it.
Wintrid's just trying to compose herself and not barf from all the rotting and maggots and smell. And
This place
Okay,
smells great.
yeah, the air one. Maybe just to get this smell out.
So,
too.
Gelmer, give me investigation as you stare at the trapdoor with the air elemental reference to it.
That is a 22.
22. There's no handle or hinge. There does seem to be where the engraving of the air reference is on the surface of the trapdoor. There seems to be a round area of displacement in the middle of the trapdoor, like something should be set on top of it. And that's when you realize each trapdoor is the same way.
Huh. Well, guys, I think we're stuck here forever.
can I take? Is it egg shaped? Is it like about the size of this?
It's bowl shaped. It's like
what?
the size. It's like bowl shaped. It's like this bottom size
Yeah.
of the egg.
Alex,
Mm-hmm.
please summon the egg out of your bag and put it in this space.
But if I
Please.
lose, what if I lose the dragon?
What if I lose my mind? Would you
That's okay.
please?
A
Well,
dragon.
please.
I reach into my
Just
bag.
read and
I reach
put
into my
the
bag and
egg in
I
the
see if I
hole!
can find the egg and see if it's hatched or anything. And
Yeah, you reach in, and as you reach in, there's dozens of crystal fractured shards inside your bag.
I pull out one of the fractured shards.
Yeah, you pull out, and it's a piece of the crystal egg.
Guys, this is all that's left.
You can
One
see
shard.
little-
I don't even
you guys
know where
can
the other
see
one.
little tiny cuts on Alexander's hand before he reached into the bag.
But here, Winchard, I'm sorry. I didn't. This is what you wanted. Here, take it.
Oh
Take
no,
it.
I'm sorry. I'm the one who's sorry.
Do you think this could have happened when you threw the bag? You thought that might have been a smart decision?
No, I don't think I think the look on your face when that air elemental disappeared broke the egg. That was the look on your face. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. It's not me, it's you.
Are you calling me a genius, or are you a genius? Because I'm
Well,
confused.
I'm calling you a lot of things, just not out loud right
Do you want the fragment of the egg or not?
What good would it do?
See, I try to help, and this is
Throw it in the bowl. Throw it in the bowl.
Put it in the bowl.
all right. I put the fragment in the bowl.
As you do that, the fragment kind of gets absorbed in, and then you watch as part of the engraving of the image of the air elemental reference lights up, but only about maybe a third of it lights up.
We did it.
We need more fragments.
I go in and I see if I could find like anything that came out of the egg first, like a dragon.
Wouldn't you have to know?
You
what you're
guys watch as Alexander kind of reaches in and he's muttering under his breath, I wonder what was in the egg. And as you do that, you pull out this little tiny tornado-like wisp of wind that sits in the palm of your hand. It looks exactly like what the elemental was before, but now it's tiny. It's like the size of a grapefruit. It's just rotating in your hand.
So he does get a pet. Interesting.
I try to talk to it.
Come to me, tornado.
You are now my little blue. I'm referencing this book I'm reading,
like,
Cradle.
Fuck me.
This is little blue. This is little.
It's just this
blue
little
Cradle.
tiny tornado, like it's just cyclonically twisting in Alexander's hand.
I call it Blue, and I say, Blue, we are one now.
And as he's talking to it, he's just absentmindedly reaching in and pulling out the different shards. And before long, 10 crystal shards lie on the ground, the remains of the fractured egg.
You guys could take the fractures and put them in. This is my little Blue here.
I take out a rag from my backpack and gather it up and then dump it in the hole.
As you kind of like
try not to cut myself.
Yeah, you watch as the last of the energy is absorbed from the crystal structure, but as it permeates throughout the effigy of the air elemental reference in the top of the trapdoor, you watch as a door handle begins to appear. And behind the door handle, there's like a relief, and it's hard to know if this is open or not. It feels like it's mostly complete, but it might be waiting for something else to happen. The door handle is actually a mouth, like a mouth of a creature or a gargoyle-like looking mouth that sits behind the handle.
Hey, while you guys are figuring this out, does anybody have any like dice or cards that I can play with?
Gorilla.
No.
Though she's tempted. She's been thinking this time of like, can I get either Alex or Gelmir to just draw cards and maybe there's like a disappear from my life card at this point.
Yeah, you're like in your pocket. You're like fingering the deck of many things.
What if I gave Lil Gorilla a short sword?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, listen to me. The little twirly, windy guy in your hand goes
Blue.
in the mouth to open this door.
It has a name, Wintrude.
Whatever you want, Windshrewd. As long as I got to keep.
Yeah, Alexander comes over and you watch as Blue hovers down into the mouth gargoyle opening. And as it spins, the entire trapdoor pops up. And then little Blue kind of comes back over to Alexander and like goes back into his hand. And you guys watch as the trapdoor opens up, and you can see a steel ladder attached to the interior of the open space that just descends down into the darkness. And that's where we're going to finish tonight, because when we come back in 2 weeks, you guys will be going down into the tombs finally.
If I could forego my next level up and just make a little blue my familiar, I will take that option.
So don't forget, we are off the 28th, but we return on June 4th. So we meet again on June 4th. You guys go ahead and linger, but everyone else out there, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Shattered Isles will be up in a couple hours. Everyone have a great 3-day weekend, and we'll see you all in a couple weeks. Good night, everybody. Oh, be kind, be safe, and don't forget to play a game. One of these days, they gotta organize this so it's easier to do.